Today, our administration filed a lawsuit against 17 companies that have taken part in Texas Governor Greg Abbott's scheme to transport tens of thousands of migrants to New York City in an attempt to overwhelm our social services system. These companies have violated state law by not paying the cost of caring for these migrants. And that's why we are suing to recoup approximately $700 million already spent to care for migrants bused here in the last 2 years by the state of Texas. Governor Abbott's continuing use of migrants as political pawns is not only chaotic and inhumane, but makes clear he puts politics over people. Today's lawsuit should serve as a warning to all those who break the law in this way.
See, political pawns, using illegal immigrants as political pawns, is only acceptable when elected leaders of sanctuary cities get to say that they're sanctuary cities, but don't bring none of them people here. Don't you bring that on me. Then it's okay. Welcome back to the show. Top of the second hour. Dana Loesch here with you. That was New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who's suing to recoup the cost. Kane? Yeah? Can we sue too to recoup costs?
Texas, Arizona, New Mexico. Yeah, we all should sue.
Yeah. Because I think that we've paid a heck of a lot more. I mean, I'm just kind of looking every year annually. It's $13.4 billion a year, according to the Federation for American Immigration Reform. That's just Texas. That's just how much Texas taxpayers pay. $13.4 billion a year. Can we sue Eric Adams and all the sanctuary city people to recoup our costs? I feel like we should.
Be suing the federal government, I think.
And we can maybe send invoices. Yeah. I feel like I want to send an invoice. $13.4 billion, please. Pay up, sucker. Welcome back to the show. Top of the second hour. Dana Loesch with you. Listen coast to coast. You can stream the radio program, watch the video component of the radio program, channel 347, Direct TV, YouTube, Facebook as well. Yeah, that lawsuit, and he's going to try. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. His goal is to try to do this, I guess, remain in Texas. He wants to force a remain in Texas kind of thing. So he's suing these bus companies to stop the transport of illegal immigrants from Texas up to New York. Remember what he tweeted? Like, didn't he say, like, we should protect immigrants? Yes, they're going to remain a sanctuary city under an Adams administration. Didn't he tweet that when he was running for mayor? Yeah. What? Wait. Kane, what is a sanctuary city?
It's where you can go and seek asylum.
If you're here illegally?
Yeah, even if you're here illegally. Matter of fact, specifically they've said in California and other places, sanctuary cities are specifically looking for those who are here illegally.
So I'm confused because if they're a sanctuary city, that's what a sanctuary city does, is provide the sanctuary.
Yep.
So but he doesn't want to do that. No. Huh. You know where they should send some to Delaware, to the Biden family vacation home. Send them over there to that area. Honestly. I mean, he literally, let me pull this up. I had this. This is back, this is a week ago. So he was actually previously, he was kind of tooting his own horn, saying New York City, oh yeah, we can support illegal immigration. We can totally do that. This was, not long ago, he was bragging about this. So the requests are coming to go to New York City are actually coming from the people who are coming in illegally themselves. Because they hear, oh, it's a sanctuary city. They want us to come there. They want us to go there. So 17 companies, the way he says it, Abbott's scheme. What about your scheme, dude? You're scheming right now. You're claiming to be sanctuary, and you're expecting all of these other areas to pay for it. The lawsuit is saying that the companies violated New York state law because they're not paying for the cost of caring for these people. $708 million. We should, you just deduct that from the $13.4 billion that we pay annually. Yeah. down here in Texas. I mean, we're not even talking about New Mexico or Arizona. We're not even talking about any of those people, California, none of those states. None of those. The audacity of claiming that other people are using illegal immigrants as pawns when you've used them as pawns to try to get votes is heinous and laughable. I think they need to keep sending them. Wasn't he sending them to New Jersey and then right by the bus that goes right into New York City? I think that's what he was doing to try to find the loophole. Good heavens. Destabilizing the cities. That's one of the things that he had mentioned. He said, it's Abbott's fiasco of trying to destabilize the cities. What are you trying to do to these border communities? You're trying to destabilize the entire southern sections of border states. Have any of these people been down to the Rio Grande Valley? Have they been to McAllen? Have they been to Del Rio? Have they been to some of these places where you have so many people, 290,000 in just the month of December, according to Border Patrol, cartels making $32 million a week, just in one 245-mile stretch of the southern border. And the exploitation of the people coming across illegally, the very few women that do come across, there's another reason. Women, it's mostly dudes. It's mostly dudes because it's not about seeking asylum. They're not refugees. It's mostly dudes, and few women do it because the cartels exploit them and kids to such an egregious extent. So Abbott's like, we're going to keep doing this until Biden reverses course. I think Biden may actually blink on this. There is no other way to. You can't have this many people coming across the southern border and have it be sustainable. There's no way to make that work. It doesn't work it would not work in any other country. It wouldn't work it just doesn't work. So I think they need to just keep sending them until they change the course here. Make them own it. Make them own it. But to call it a scheme, you had to pay that many. Well, pay us $13.4 billion then. Because we pay the cost incurred, and this is also according to Border Patrol, Federation for American Immigration Reform, a couple of others, including DOJ sources. The figures also include K-12 education, medical care, housing, nutrition assistance. Some also, Texas is forced to provide in-state tuition, public colleges and universities. This is insane. Our veterans can't get help here. But yet, this is what's happening to people who enter the country illegally. I have some folks I know that we're becoming friends with, and they're actually from Southeast Asia, and the husband is in the Air Force serving. They love America. Oh my gosh, they love America. They want to be Americans. They want to be American citizens. And the husband is serving in Air Force. And everything that they've had to go through just to get to this point. This has been 8 years now. And then I read about people who are crossing the southern border, and then they get all of these benefits, and then they get to take advantage of in-state tuition. They get to take advantage of things that taxpayers pay for that they don't have to pay into. And then we just have to absorb all of this so that Eric Adams can sit thousands of miles away and proclaim New York City as a sanctuary city. Where are the members of the press? Do you remember when Jim Acosta got teary-eyed when he was talking about the Statue of Liberty and illegal immigration? Now he doesn't even mean. Now, where are all those people at? Suddenly, when you're met with the consequence of your own policy decisions, you want to ignore it and think it goes away. I mean, that's what's truly callous. This is the conclusion of what their policies sought. And now that they're here, now that they've got what they wanted, they don't like it? That's what's truly callous. You got all these people up here. Now you better deal with it.